Fanpage a Londra, siamo di nuovo nel magico mondo creato da J.K. Rowling, l'autrice di Harry Potter, che debutta al cinema come sceneggiatrice in Animali Fantastici, dove trovarli. I fan del maghetto con gli occhiali sanno che questo è il libro di testo su cui ha studiato Harry, appunto a Hogwarts. Il protagonista è Newt Scamander, di cui noi abbiamo la bacchetta qui, anche se non so farla funzionare purtroppo, ed è interpretato da Eddie Redmayne, il premio Oscar Eddie Redmayne. Lo abbiamo intervistato insieme al resto del cast e al regista del film. Sentite che cosa ci hanno raccontato. Io continuo, provo, ma funziona. Sentite che cosa ci hanno raccontato. Ha!
Il tempo sta finendo, signor Scamander.
This movie felt really familiar and yet new.
Yes.
So how much of the magical universe that J.K. Rowling created, the tradition of that universe, is preserved in Fantastic Beasts?
You know what? I think it's there in spirit. It's there in the spells. It's there in one or two of the character names that we hear that will connect us to the world that we know and love. But it is very new, you know, in that sense. And I think that's a real achievement that J.K. Rowling has taken the world that she created and she sort of inverted it a wee bit. And if you like, it's Potter for grown-ups. Yeah. And I like that very much. It makes me excited for the next 4 stories.
C'è un collegamento con le aggressioni di Grindelwald in Europa. Può voler dire guerra.
I feel like there were a little bit arc-crooks in the story for the fans. I grew up with that. And so
Yes.
I heard something and I realized and connect to that. So is there any chance that we will have more of these Harry Potter characters coming into life? You know,
There is, you know, in the second movie that Joe's writing at the moment, there's we see Dumbledore, the young Dumbledore, and of course Grindelwald, who features in the Harry Potter world, is a big character going forward. So there are those threads that connect these two worlds together.
Come mai Albus Silente è così affezionato a lei?
I know that it will be in Paris, right?
Yes, we're going to Paris.
Is there any chance that it will be one of the movies in Italy? I mean, we want a wizard, you know, like Hogwarts in Italy.
I mean, fundamentally, it's pouring out of her head. So will we end up in Italy at some point? I don't know, but we might do.
Quanto vorrei essere un mago.
This is actually a story of 4 anti-heroes, that they
Yes.
can actually achieve something magical in the end.
Yes.
4 outsiders that
Yeah.
they achieve something.
Yeah.
And do you believe that stories such as this one, fantasy, still can enrich the mind? And I mean, like, we tell stories about the dragons not to tell that the dragons are real, but that we can defeat the dragons.
Yes.
So it's something that is still working with fantasy right now.
Totally. What's interesting is, you know, the world is magical and it's fun. And we're making a movie really for a global audience, for people to enjoy and escape to.
Yeah.
But it has resonate, you know, it still reflects our world, you know, that in our world there are difficult things that we must face and deal with and confront. Intolerance and bigotry and fear. These are the dragons that we have to defeat in this story and in this world. And so I like the fact that even though the movie's an escape, it still reminds us that there are dragons out there that need to be dealt with.
You will direct all the 4 movies that remains.
I'm taking them one at a time. I have to say, for me, it's important to just deal with one movie at a time, because each movie takes 2 years.
Yeah, I know, but
You know,
I just wanted to know, as a fan, that
Yes.
everybody wants to know that. And like, if there would be a progression in time, is there any chance that we can see finally the First Order of the Phoenix on the big screen? It's like, have you ever think about that?
Wow, that's a good question. That sounds interesting. I need to think about it, though. Yeah.
Can you speak with J.K. Rowling about that,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, so nice to
It was
see
a
you.
pleasure.
Yeah, yeah.